This is just a very short video to demonstrate the interaction between the Remote Lab computer and the hardware attached to it. We are logging in to Remote Lab number 5, which deals with RS-232. Now, on the left side of the screen, you can see the picoscope with a probe connected to channel A, and just to the right of the probe, you'll see an LED, which is currently in the off position. When it's on, it will actually appear as a fairly bright yellow light because of the nature of the video camera. It doesn't look red. Sometimes it actually looks red when it's off, but it's bright, shiny yellow when it's on. So at the moment it is off. I've actually started the two programs that we need just to save time. And first I'm going to show you Listen 32. So just let's get it up and running. And you can just follow the notes in your exercise documents. I'll just run through it very quickly. So what you do is you make sure the green traffic light is up. There we go. And we would go Setup, Hardware, and in this case it is COM2. If you're not sure whether it's COM2, just go and look at Device Manager. So we're going to run on COM2, or yes, port 2. Baud rate is 9600. Parity is odd, 7 data bits and 1 stop bit. So that's set. And now we hit the little traffic light. It will change to red. Make sure that there's a tick mark in COM2. Say OK. And the third setting involves setting up the character. You say transmit string. And make sure that again, port 2. And in this case, I have put the letter G in there. Doesn't matter which letter, but don't put more than one character in there. And we're ready to send, but we don't want to send now. So let's just get this out of the way. We might have to press done because I want to get the oscilloscope up. So get this out of the way, and we get picoscope up and running. So there's picoscope. There she goes. Now there are a few settings that you've got to check out here. Firstly, I would go just follow the probe. I'm selecting plus or minus 10 volt on the vertical scale. Obviously DC, and channel B is off. Yes, we're not using it. And then at the top you can see, where is it now, the number of the microseconds per division would be 200. By trial and error I found that it works quite well for this specific exercise. There she goes, and that is all for the top of the screen. Let's go to the bottom. We set the trigger. Trigger would be single. We're triggering on the A channel. On the rising edge you can see the blue backlighting there, and our trigger level is 0 volts, and that's a good level because the signal will swing from about -5 to about +5. So 0 volts is a good trigger level there. And the next setting, and the last one to adjust, it says 50%, and that basically means that the start of the captured frame will start in the middle of my screen. I can actually reduce this a little to about 30%. It doesn't really matter, and that's it. Now I want to make sure that the scope is ready to capture. If I watch the two buttons on the bottom left hand side, you see there's a red stop button which has a blue background at the moment, and the green start button which has a blue yellow background. So let's click the start, and you will see that the start button now has a blue background. And if you look at the top of the picture where we see the picoscope, you'll see that the LED is now shining brightly. It means the scope is armed, is ready to trigger, and the moment it captures the signal on the wire, it will stop again. So now we get Listen 32 up again, and we just go Edit, Transmit String, and you will find that if the send now is grayed out, it's because you haven't set up the right COM ports in the 3 settings that I just mentioned earlier. So all looks good here. We can say go, send now, and done. Now with a bit of luck we would have captured the packet, and there we go. That's the letter G. Okay, I'm not going to go to discuss the ins and outs of this packet, but yeah, that's more or less a letter G. And this concludes this short demonstration. If you look to the left, you'll see that the LED is now again off because the scope has captured, and you have to go through the whole setup procedure again to arm it for the next capture. I think that's about it for now. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.